our decisions impact on our life and where we are right now and where we want to be, 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 where we want to be. Be about what?
Passa-me uma birra, faz favor. Ontem foi demais, foi coisa do satanás. Acho que preciso de narrador.
So guys, you guys might have seen this somewhere, or like a video, someone told you about it, but you're like, just yeah, I know. The thing is, we don't actually believe our life depends on us. People just follow because they believe life is life and it's written somewhere and it will be the same way it is even if you change your choices or the decisions you make in your life. When someone tells us our life depends on us, we just say, yeah, I know. But we don't take action on that. Let's suppose like we go to college and cool, we studying, and then some of our classmates have good grades and I don't have those good grades, right? But I know that thing depends on me because I just have to start studying. If I don't study and I don't have good grades, if I start studying, I might have good grades, but I don't know. So I can't tell myself I won't have good grades even if I study because I don't actually know. I have to try. I can't just start blaming people or telling myself that I'm not smart enough or I'm not smart compared to my classmates. You see? We just have to try and we have to change our decisions. Like what we choose to do today will influence for what we can become tomorrow. We can have two persons looking at the same thing, the same situation, but they can have different way of seeing the thing. And when I say seeing, I'm not talking about just looking, I'm talking about how the mind will see that thing. You see? We are both good and bad. Night and day. That and this, I can't say 1 and 2, like 1, okay, because like 1, 2 has like 1 in it. So what I'm saying is that we are both good and bad. We just have to know what we want to follow, right? There is this beautiful story of these two kids, like they're actually twins, and their father is alcoholic, right? So what happened? So the father used to come back home drunk. It was a trauma for them and their childhood was not good, right? They both grew up and one was an alcoholic and he used to blame his father, like, I'm like this because my father was an alcoholic, right? So the other one was a doctor actually. He was a doctor and he never drank in his life. And he said, I thank my father for being like this because he showed me how I'm not supposed to be. So if you actually hold the two cases, one of the child is saying, I thank my father because he showed me how to be, and the other guy said, I thank my father because my father showed me how not to be. So they grew up together and they were there, the same situations every time, but they saw the things in a different way because they are both good and bad. But one chose to follow the good and the other one chose to follow the bad. We have to learn. We have to learn what? We have to learn how to filter information in this world. We have to learn because everything is for our experience. So we have to know what data to collect and what data to just leave there. You see? So the world is the same way as we know since. There are bad people, there are good people, there are chill people, and then there are natural people, right? So you have to choose who you want to be. The problem here is that you want to be a good person and you're having bad decisions and they're bad, but you're just waiting for someone to tell you, oh, that was bad, and you want to show the person that you just thought about it at that moment and you'll be like, oh yeah, but you knew already. Let's just try to regret before the action. Just try to regret before the action. Think before you start doing something. Let's just try to think before we do something. We start doing something. Everything that can happen to your life, it could be worse. Believe me, it could be worse. Somehow, somewhere, it could be worse. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that you could try to do something different in a positive way. You could try to believe more in yourself. you could try to be more positive instead of negative. We have been negative already. We know how it is, right? We're lazy already. We know how it is. If you don't go, you know what's gonna happen. Nothing. If you go, you might have a surprise. So let's just take that step that we don't know what's gonna happen. Let's take good risks, like positive risks in our lives. Let's try to read that book and see what's gonna happen if I read it, right? Let's try to study for that test. What's gonna happen if I study? Because we know what happens when we don't. Because we know what happens if you don't read that book. You won't have the intel on that book, right? Like, we just have to start doing something. I'm just giving some list of things I don't do it, like, just to say, right? So, we just have to try different things in a positive way. If you want to develop, if you want to go further from where we are, let's try to do something further from what we do. Just that. And we have to start seeing the positive things of everything that happens to us. Like, every experience has a good and a bad part in it. So we have to know how to learn and differentiate those two. Like our digestive system, you see? Like, imagine if you ate a food, you eat, right? And then every food transforms in pee. Like, you have to do the other thing, right? Or imagine if only transforms on that thing. You also have to pee, right? So you have to separate, you have to know how to filter. In one situation, that one experience, that one moment, you have to know what was good in this and what was bad. And you have to learn from this too. Don't just learn from the bad thing or for the good with the good thing. No. Learn that, okay, this is the bad way and this is the good way. You have to learn from everything you live through in this life. Bruh, now I could be a rapper, but I'm YouTuber. I don't know if I'm gonna use this. There is this one pretty point. You can tell yourself you're a good person, but you do bad when someone does bad to you. You can't wait for someone to do something bad so that you justify your bad behavior. Because if you do that, you are allowing the external to come inside you and create a chaos. Everything that comes from outside and gets in, it transforms into you. So whatever comes out of you, it's you. You can't tell me or you can't tell anyone, you can't blame anyone for whatever you do. It was you. When you eat an apple, it becomes you. And that's true. That's true. Because the proteins, the nutrients, the vitamins that are in the apple will become your nutrients, will become your vitamins, will become your proteins. So it becomes you. Namaste. So guys, that was it. Sam Cuna here. I hope you guys liked the video. So guys, that was it. I hope you guys liked the video. Thanks for watching. And please comment, subscribe, and like the video. I really like your comments. Like, give me a like to put in power. So guys, peace out. Stay mid. Going.